Where you from? Where you from? DJs rocking, hands in the air.
Who's running this club?
The Diamond King.
Who's running this club?
The Diamond King. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Make it hot. Show me what you got. Where you from? 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 Don't stop. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Make it hot. Show me what you got. One more time.
West side,
Make it hot.
east side,
Make it hot.
south side,
Make it hot.
both sides,
Make it hot.
west side,
Make it hot.
east side,
Make it hot.
south side,
Make it hot.
both sides.
Make it hot.
One more time. Say it loud.
Show me what you got. Show me what you got.
One more time.
Make it hot. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Make it hot. Show me what you got.
What's going on? Your man Diamond K in here, of course. The Diamond K Show on fire -TV, radio on fire. So much to get into, so much to talk about. Man, we're going to start off today with President Trump, former President Trump, saying that he is willing to go to jail. That's what he said. He says he's willing to go to jail if that's what it takes. That's what he says. And so we're going to talk about that. Also, Republicans in disarray all over the place. Jim Jordan again fails to win the vote to become Speaker of the House. They're all over the place. The Republicans, that is. And I mean, I don't know what is going on over there. Right now, the sad part about it is that the country is affected by the dysfunction in the Republican Party because we do not have a Speaker of the House. And it doesn't seem like that's going to happen anytime soon. I've predicted a shutdown is coming, and the shutdown is coming if they are unable to get this stuff together. Now, if that is not enough, there is this ongoing just conflict in the Middle East. So Biden is trying to walk the tightrope, right? Biden is a little old to be walking a tightrope, but that's what he's been doing. And I say he's walking a tightrope because, you know, on one hand, we have Israel, who is, an ally of this country. And, there are other allies. There are other Muslim allies in the region. So Biden is trying to walk this tightrope and do this little song and dance. And it is not the easiest thing to do. Not the easiest thing to do. And so Biden goes over to Israel Tel Aviv, goes over there to chop it up with our allies. And before he can even get there, you have this hospital, I say attack, massacre, tragedy at the hospital where somebody dropped a bomb, missile. Somebody did something that has inflamed the region even more than it already was. So Biden makes this historic trip to Tel Aviv during a time of war. So that's a history making right there. So he sends this message in support of Israel. Now, America has been very quick to go with the version that Israel has put out there. So Israel saying they weren't responsible. Of course, the Palestinian people saying they are not responsible. So you have that finger pointing. Anyway, so capping off this historic trip to Tel Aviv, President Biden has promised new aid to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The government is preparing for fresh action. It is not getting any safer over there. So there were meetings with Netanyahu and other Israeli leaders, his cabinet, his war council. The optics of it look kind of bad because we have, as I said, Muslim friends in the region that Biden was supposed to meet with. And when this tragedy happens at the hospital, there's this hospital blast. After that happens, none of the allies in the region want to meet with Biden because they got 3 days of mourning. You got a lot of folks that are upset, understandably so. They're trying to figure out who caused this blast at the hospital. And as I said, nobody wants to take responsibility for something like that. Nobody wants to take responsibility. So as I said, Israel, of course, said, no, we ain't do it. Right? That's what they said. Now, Biden spoke about some new agreements over humanitarian concerns in Gaza. They need aid. And the Palestinians, Palestinians have been supposedly promised some stuff. Now, Biden's walking his tightrope because they're going to give money to Israel for defense. Oh yeah, we've given Israel so much money, but we're going to give them more money. And he's going to give a speech prime time tomorrow in the wake of this trip. He's going to wrap it up for us to discuss the attack against Israel. He's going to discuss Russia's ongoing war with Ukraine, according to the White House. So he's going to give us an update tomorrow. That's going to be something to pay attention to. So we're going to be watching that and see what comes of that. But in his first public remarks on the hospital bombing, Biden explicitly offered Israel and Netanyahu his support, right? He's showing where he stands. Now, his wording, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. He's taking a stand. He's shown that he believes that Israel was not responsible. Okay. Now, Biden, of course, is known as a gaffe machine. He's known to just say things, screw up the words, and all of that. But he said this in part: I was deeply saddened and outraged by the explosion at the hospital in Gaza yesterday. And based on what I've seen, it appears as though it was done by the other team and not you, President said. But there's a lot of people out there who's not sure. So we have to overcome a lot of things, he said, later calling it the result of a rocket fired by a terrorist group in Gaza. President later said that he was led to that conclusion by data that he was shown by the Defense Department. Before he left for Israel, according to officials, the government had not yet drawn a conclusion about the source of the rocket strike on the hospital. But now he is absolutely sure. Hopefully that's what it is. I mean, it's pretty quick to make these conclusions. Biden had instructed his national security team to continue evaluating the incoming information. Officials have not said if the government had collected any intelligence beyond the information that was provided by the Israelis. I mean, it hasn't been a lot of time. Has it been 24 hours yet? They already made these assumptions. But Biden's historic arrival during wartime in Tel Aviv today, the first trip to Israel by an American president during a time of war. There was a very public show of support. So, our friends and allies in that region are really feeling uncomfortable. Now, the attack that has sparked all of this, the October 7th attack, left 1,400 Israelis and dozens of Americans dead. Other Americans, along with many Israelis, are also being held hostage. At least 3,000 people have been killed in the Gaza Strip since this fighting began. It is sad to see. It is a mess. Of course, America should grieve any innocent loss of life. Any innocent loss of life. A lot of people are feeling different ways about what is going on, about what is happening, who we're supposed to show our support for. But innocent people should be our main concern. Innocent people. So some of you may say, well, who's innocent? Who do you consider innocent? The people of Israel that were affected by what happened on October the 7th. I understand there is a need for retaliation. You feel that in your heart, right? And if you go back to how this country reacted to 9/11, the President Biden suggested that the people of Israel not make the same mistakes that we made, America made. And what did he mean by that? He meant by jumping quickly to react. Jumping too fast to react to the tragedy of 9/11 is what we're referring to. All right. And so I often tell people, like, slow down. Take some time to think about things. A lot of people want to move fast. But you have to weigh things out, and especially when we're talking about something as significant as a war. You got to weigh things out. You can make mistakes when you move fast, especially when it is something that you take personally, like the loss of life. Definitely. This hospital blast loomed largely over the trip. The president has been attempting to walk this fine line between supporting Israel and keeping the violence from spiraling into a wider military conflict. I'm very worried about the conflict in this region because America is not going to put boots on the ground in Ukraine. But I fear that America will find a way, if backed into a corner to put boots on the ground in defense of Israel. I think that they would. They would do that quicker than they would Ukraine. So I'm concerned about that. This is all very, very, very delicate. So U.S. Surveillance satellites, ground-based radar, and other technology have a broad capability to detect launches and determine their origins. For instance, in 2014, analysis at the Defense Intelligence Agency were able to determine within days that it was a Russian anti-aircraft missile that shot down that Malaysian Airlines Flight 17 over Ukraine. You remember that? Days. But whatever. So it's a different kind of war right now. Hopefully this hospital explosion, which obviously messed up the Biden's plans for his trip, but hopefully things can come calm. Maybe there was talk of getting these hostages released. Both sides are trying to be tough. Everybody wants to be tough all the time. Everybody wants to be tough. President was expected to meet with King of Jordan. He's supposed to meet with the president of Egypt and Palestine Authority president. But all of that was scrapped. Not going to happen, at least not right now. The White House obviously citing the period of mourning that was announced as the reason for the postponement. And I'm sure that's part of it. But to the people of those countries are angry. The people in that region are pissed at this hospital blast. Now, the explosion, the blame game that has been going on will hang around for a minute. And, the presence of Biden going on and only meeting with Netanyahu and his team, it has these certain kind of optics. It looks a certain kind of way. And violence such as the hospital blast obviously is a risk that was a possibility during the trip. It's possible. I'm surprised that he went this fast. Some people in this country will say you were quick to go overseas, but there are places here that you don't even go to. They're going to say you don't go to the border. There's been some disasters that have happened here in the U.S. that Biden didn't go to. So this is, it has a certain connotation with the American people, just like some folks in the region feel a certain kind of way. There's been, Israel has put folks on TV and out in the media that are saying they're worried about aid being stolen. They're worried about all of these things as they are signaling that they're preparing for a ground invasion of Gaza, which is going to be crazy. Now, the humanitarian crisis continues to grow. They continue to make excuses as to why they don't want the aid to happen. I want to see the civilians protected. Folks in Israel, of course, are saying, we don't want to send in aid because they're going to steal it. I don't know. But there are shortages of food, water, gas, and something has to be done. Something has to be done. But Biden announced a new agreement toward providing Gaza with humanitarian assistance through Egypt upon conclusion of his meetings today. But we definitely know, as horrible as what happened on October the 7th was and what has happened subsequently, the people of Gaza need food, water, medicine, and shelter. Many folks were sheltering at the hospital. And then, we have this blast. So 100 million in new U.S. funding for humanitarian assistance in both Gaza and the West Bank. 100 million, like it ain't nothing. Bam. There are a lot of folks around this country that could use a tenth of that. A lot of folks around this country. But anyway, I'm going to go on. So I don't know. It is interesting. It is interesting to see how quickly money comes up when they want it. You know what I mean? But I'm deeply affected by this conflict. It is sad to see. But it is the world that we live in. America obviously is going to continue to come in and try to save the day in other countries and pump the brakes when it comes to citizens here. Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section or Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show. Of course, on Threads, at The Diamond K Show. djdiamondk at gmail.com. djdiamondk at gmail.com. Artists send music. So we can get that on djdiamondk at gmail.com. We're going to do this. We're going to take a quick break. And then we're going to come back with more of the show. Got a few other things to get into. And we're going to do that after this. Get ready for a wild night of exclusive entertainment and epic fun. It's the OnlyFans Sip and Paint. Hot Topic Entertainment presents an experience you won't soon forget. This is not your typical sip and paint. Ladies, unleash your inner artists while sipping on your favorite beverages and party like only HT fans do it. It's the OnlyFans Sip and Paint. It all goes down Saturday, October the 21st at Pearl's Event Boutique, 11850 Park Waldorf Lane in Waldorf, Maryland. Doors open at 8 p.m. Grab your friends or come solo. Meet new people and have a great time with Hot Topic, Big Deal, DC Crucial, and more. Music by DJ Taz. No painting experience. Don't even worry about it because our sexy models will give you plenty of inspiration. It's the OnlyFans Sip and Paint. Tickets only $35. 2 glasses of wine included. Cash bar all night long. Don't miss out. Tickets available now on Eventbrite. Click the link below. Visit wangawan.info or call 240-702-4419. So Donald Trump says that he is willing to go to jail to protect democracy in this country. Oh, what a joke. So, of course, you know that the judge has imposed a narrow gag order against Donnie. Now, this federal trial over his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election. Trump made the remarks at a rally in Iowa soon after Judge Tanya Chutkan placed these restrictions on what the former president can say about his case ahead of the trial in March 2024. Now, the fact that he's been given the leeway to just say whatever he wants to say, disparage the judge, the prosecutor, folks working on the case, the fact that he's been able to do this for so long is in itself special treatment. Now, you or me, we wouldn't be allowed to do this. We wouldn't be allowed to do a tenth of what he's done in reference to this case. Now, the front runner of the Republican side pleaded not guilty to 4 charges as part of special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into the events that led up to the January 6th attack. He has frequently claimed that the case is politically motivated and attempted they are trying to stop him from beating Joe Biden in the election. So, speaking to his supporters in Iowa, Trump suggested that the gag order, is trying to hinder his chances of winning. Not trying to hinder your chances of winning, okay? But he says that he's willing to go to jail to protect democracy if that's what it takes. Yes, you going to jail would protect democracy, right? He is a threat to democracy. Now, I don't think that they're going to sanction him. I don't think they're going to send him to jail. I don't think they're going to do any of that. He has been and will continue to violate the gag order. But he's definitely, I don't understand why, but he's just somebody that is able to get away with stuff. They refuse to hold him accountable. But if I was him, I would not continue to push the envelope. I would not continue to push the envelope. But he is, going to be himself. So he's going to, that's just who he is. That's just who he is. But this gag order has been put out there. Is Trump going to shut up? No, no, he's not. The gag order in this Trump election case, it's interesting. The judge will still have to decide if and when the former president is violating her rules, and she has laid out that he is not supposed to attack the prosecutors or the witnesses. And I want to know how she's going to punish him if he does that. So Trump thinks that it is a threat to democracy that he cannot attack. He cannot attack the prosecutors and the witnesses. Now, she said that he can talk about his innocence. He can say how it's politically motivated and all that kind of stuff. The only thing she doesn't want him to do is attack people, and that's not enough for him. Judge Chutkan released the formal written order on Tuesday. She detailed in 3 brief pages how Mr. Trump has now been barred from making public comments targeting members of her court staff, the special counsel Jack Smith, and any other members of his staff, as well as any reasonably foreseeable witnesses. Now, the federal criminal case in which the former president stands accused of seeking to overturn the 2020 election. Now, the order did leave unanswered the hardest questions. Now, these questions involved the gagging of Mr. Trump. Judge Chutkan will still have to determine on a case-by-case basis which, if any, of the former president's statements are violating her ruling. And she will also have to decide how to punish him if they do. Now, we're talking about Donald Trump. Of course, he's going to violate the gag order. He claims he's willing to go to jail. And hopefully, if he violates it and she finds that he has violated it significantly, she can use his words against him. Trump's legal team quickly gave notice yesterday that he was appealing the order. That is something that he can do within hours of Judge Chutkan's announcement at the hearing on Monday that she was imposing this order. Trump had already attacked it and said that it was an assault on his First Amendment. He should be able to attack any of the people that's involved with the case. He should be able to rile up his supporters to do something to him. That's part of democracy, he says. He says that she doesn't like me much. Her whole life, she's been not liking me, he said. He then misrepresented her ruling as expected. He misrepresented the ruling. In fact, Judge Chutkan's order leaves Trump free to criticize President Biden, That's what he needs to do to get reelected or get elected again, right? He can criticize President Biden along with his administration and the Justice Department. No problem in that. It also allows him to attack campaign platforms or policies. The policies of Mike Pence, who was his vice president, as you all remember, is likely to be a witness in this case, though, and also a rival to Trump in the 2024 primary. A very insignificant rival. Let me say that. Now, Judge Chutkan's order leaves Trump free to attack her as well. It also says that he can proclaim that he is innocent and continue to assert, as he's done repeatedly, that his prosecution on charges of trying to stay in power against the will of the voters is politically motivated. He can do all of that stuff. Still, the language in the order is broad enough in places that it could result in conflicts over whether certain statements by Trump are covered by it. Near the end of the order, for example, Judge Chutkan wrote that Mr. Trump was not allowed to target the various participants in the case. That word could be constructed as barring a, wide array of statements, not just those that are disparaging and inflammatory or intimidating. So the text of the order also said that Mr. Trump was barred from attacking any potential witnesses or the substance of their testimony. The lack of detail about how to define those attacks left open the possibility that any kind of negative remarks about a witness, even those that were not related to the case, could be a violation of the gag order. There were also just a lot of ambiguity during the hearing itself. So we're going to continue to follow this. It's obviously interesting. Trump is an entertainer, and he claims that he is willing to go to jail. He's willing to go to jail for what he believes in. He believes in these lies, and he is willing to go to jail over said lies, because that's what he says that he will do. But as we get closer to election 2024, the country is watching. The political folks are paying attention right now. But as the calendar flips to 2024, we're going to have more and more of the regular citizens, average Joe Blow paying attention, and things are going to really, really get interesting. I am here for it. Of course, you listen to the Diamond K Show on Fire-TV, Radio on Fire. We are a news and media company. I founded this company in 2012. Now, what we do is made possible by the support of our listeners and, of course, our advertisers. You can click the link below. Head on over to onfire-tv.com, make a donation, become a member, buy some merch, get exclusive content if you are a member. Businesses, of course, can always sponsor the Diamond K Show or any of the On Fire TV programs. Just contact me, djdiamondk at gmail.com. Let's do this. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with more of the show after this.
Looking for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American-owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
Welcome back. You man, Diamond K in here. Of course, the Diamond K Show on Fire TV, radio on fire. So, Jim Jordan, you may know who Jim Jordan is. You may have been hearing his name. Republican Jim Jordan has failed again to win the vote to become the Speaker of the House. Now, it appears that Republicans are looking for other options. Like they like done with Joe. Okay. Today there was a crucial second ballot to become the House Speaker. Donald Trump trying to show his support for his homie, but losing even more colleagues who refuse to give him the gavel. They don't want him to be Speaker. I think it's good and bad. You make Jim Jordan Speaker of the House, government's going to shut down. But Republicans thinking that that's a good thing, it's not. It's not a good thing. But this disarray, this confusion, all of this helps Democrats. What are the next steps? I don't know. Possibly there's going to be a vote on Thursday. But it is uncertain. Republicans are frustrated. The country is frustrated, but they're trying to find other options. A bipartisan group of lawmakers are floating a plan to give the interim speaker, who is Representative Patrick McHenry. He's a Republican from North Carolina. They want to give him more power so he can reopen the House and temporarily conduct some routine business, because that has not been happening since they got rid of McCarthy. I don't know if that is even going to go down, but we'll see. It's interesting because the GOP, the Republicans, act like they are they're the law and order, but it's anything but. They act like they know how to get things done, and it is anything but that. What is clear is that Jordan's path to become House Speaker is almost certainly lost. Ain't gonna happen. I think I saw a video of McCarthy sitting a couple rows behind Jim Jordan, laughing at him, right? Laughing like, this is what you get. This all the stuff you put me through, this is what you get. And that's what it seems like. That is what it seems like. It seems like this is almost, karma. That is what it seems like. So Jim Jordan, I don't want him to be Speaker of the House. Nobody wants him to be Speaker of the House. He is a founding member of the so-called Freedom Caucus. He vowed to win the race, but the House has come to another abrupt standstill. Stuck now 15 days without a speaker. A position of power, second in line to the presidency, since Kevin McCarthy got ousted. Republicans should be upset, should be exhausted, but there's been infighting. They can't even get along with each other. And these clowns want to run the country even more? I don't know. It's been 2 weeks. The American people deserve to have a functioning government. But y'all should have thought about that before y'all. This is why we did not want, and the American people did not let them repeal Obamacare. Because they just wanted to repeal Obamacare without any replacement. They just kicked McCarthy out without any replacement. You do not want to give these folks more control. You need to give them less control. The Republican majority control of the House currently 221 to 212. Jim Jordan must pick up most of his GOP foes to win. Wednesday's tally with 199 Republicans voting for Jordan and 212 for the Democrat leader, Hakeem Jeffries of New York, left no candidate with a clear majority as 22 Republicans voted for someone else. This is what's going on. I personally think it is time for Republicans to move on from Jim Jordan, try to find somebody else. Maybe some bipartisan groups can find a way to get something floated so they can operate. They want to give greater power to McHenry or another temporary speaker. The House has never ousted its speaker before McCarthy, and McHenry could tap the temporary powers that were created after September 11th, 2001's terror attacks. But this just goes to show you, this is another example of why Republicans are so dangerous. They're like the dog chasing the car. You've heard that analogy. Catch the car, now they don't know what to do. They've been threatening to kick out McCarthy all year, ever since he got there. Now they kicked him out and don't know what to do, can't figure anything out. Republicans seemingly have no faith, should have no faith in a nominee that can't get much beyond 200 votes. He's doing less each time. He's a joke. But Republicans can sit around, suck their thumbs, hope that the world will wait until the House Republicans get their act together. It just makes them look crazy. People talk about other countries laughing at us. They're laughing at Republicans right now. Laughing at the Republicans. Republicans are unable to function right now. Unable to function. Nominating Jim Jordan. What a joke. What a joke. The chaos. I mean, this is a Trump guy. Trump's power, his control over the GOP is slowly loosening. Because back in the day, if Trump gave his blessings to somebody, the Republicans would have been so scared they would have pushed him over the line. Some Republicans resent being pressured by Jordan and his allies and say that they are being threatened with primary opponents if they don't support him as speaker. Others are simply upset at the way the whole process has been dragged out, the way the whole thing has gone down. Jordan fared worse in the second ballot. I mean, it's kind of funny when you think about it. It's kind of funny. Jim Jordan is a top Trump ally. That hasn't helped him any. He was particularly working with the president during the January 6th Capitol attack. His political climb has been controversial. But at the end of the day, it does not appear that he's going to be Speaker of the House. And I think that that is a good thing for this country. But the way the whole thing is going down is bad for the Republicans. Y'all look crazy. Y'all look crazy. You look unprepared. You look incompetent. But what else is new? I mean, what else is new? Okay, before we get out of here, this story was very interesting to me. A routine traffic stop in Savannah, Georgia, took an unexpected turn for Connor Cato Now, he was left bewildered because he received a speeding ticket that totaled over $1 million. Legal experts have been stunned by the astronomical fee and question how, such an exorbitant amount could be imposed for a traffic violation. So he's pulled over by a state patrol officer. He was driving 90 in a 55, driving too damn fast. Clear violation of the speed limit. Okay. He expected a typical speeding ticket, and he was dumbfounded to be handed a ticket totaling more than $1 million. It sounds crazy, right? I'm baffled by it. So Connor contacted the authorities to inquire about the amount listed on the ticket and find out whether it was a mistake or not. Shockingly, he was informed by the clerk that the only options available to him was to pay the ludicrous amount or to contest the charge in court the following month. So a seasoned criminal attorney has stated that in Georgia, the maximum penalty for traffic violations and misdemeanors are typically capped at $1,000. Now, despite this alarming figure on the ticket, it is important to note that the actual fine is not divulged until the defendant appears in court. Representative explains that the amount listed on the ticket serves as a placeholder, and the final enforceable fine is determined by the judge in the proceedings. So hopefully it's not going to be $1 million. Now, the notion, though, of receiving 1.4 million speeding ticket, it is astonishing, to say the least. Now, it has been clarified that the amount is not the actual fine. The placeholder figure has left many intrigued and puzzled. The case serves as a reminder that even routine traffic violations can take unforeseen and unexpected turns. Everybody, slow down. It is not that serious. Of course, you man Diamond K. I am here. You can check me out weekdays at 6 p.m. Of course, on demand, on fire-tv.com. Anywhere you get your podcast, just search The Diamond K Show. Of course, on YouTube, I am DJ Diamond K. DJ Diamond K on YouTube. I'll be back here tomorrow, of course. As always, you need to get in touch with me, djdiamondk@gmail.com, djdiamondk@gmail.com. See you guys tomorrow. Get ready for a wild night of exclusive entertainment and epic fun. It's the OnlyFans Sippin' Paint. Hot Topic Entertainment presents an experience you won't soon forget. This is not your typical Sippin' Paint. Ladies, unleash your inner artists while sipping on your favorite beverages and party like only HT fans do it. It's the OnlyFans Sippin' Paint. It all goes down Saturday, October the 21st at Pearl's Event Boutique, 11850 Park Waldorf Lane in Waldorf, Maryland. Doors open at 8 p.m. Grab your friends or come solo. Meet new people and have a great time with Hot Topic, Big Deal, DC Crucial, and more. Music by DJ Taz. No painting experience. Don't even worry about it because our sexy models will give you plenty of inspiration. It's the OnlyFans Sippin' Paint. Tickets only $35. 2 glasses of wine included. Cash bar all night long. Don't miss out. Tickets available now on Eventbrite. Click the link below. Visit wangawan.info or call 240-702-4419.